Hi everybody, this is Gillian from Mothy and the Squid. I have just been doing an Instagram live with Eva from the Scottish Yarn Show, and my Wi-Fi really let us both down. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to re-record all the things that I said that were inaudible, and I'm going to post that so that hopefully you can get some idea of what we were trying to do. My apologies. So first off, I'm pretty sure we exchanged some lovely greetings because I really like Eva. She's a good friend of mine, and it's been a few weeks since I last saw her, and it's not very long till I see her again, so that's all good. Being part of the Scottish Yarn Show excuse me, is always a great honor. It was one of, I think it might have been the first yarn shows that I ever went to, and I've been at every single one. I would not miss it for the world. It is great. It's a wonderful, friendly, exciting, safe environment that's really nice and airy and spacious. There's plenty of places that you can sit down and take a break, and there's a lot of stuff going on, so you can pick and choose. And there's so many different vendors. There's a great variety of stuff. Right, things that I have to remember to tell you. So in the video that I just did with Eva, I had to show 3 things from my shop that you should definitely not miss if you're going to come to the show. And the first one was, I got great tits. I know. Inspired by the bird, the great tit. Last winter we had a number of different small birds coming to the feeders in our garden, and it included tits, great tits and blue tits, and we also had various like finches and robins and lots of starlings. It was lovely. So I've done a few yarns that were inspired by birds, and this one is called Great Tits. It's got that lovely blue colour that they're so notable for, with a little touch of white. You can just see that, and some black, and that kind of cute little yellow underbelly that they have. So it's a really lovely fun colour that knits up as blue and black with pops of yellow, and if you're a crocheter you'll find there's enough yellow that you still get a few stitches in that. And the next thing that I had was I wanted to talk about my advent calendars. I have several on offer. Eva asked me about them, so I'll list them. I've bought like a 20-gram one and a 10-gram one, and they both have 24 days. And I also have a 12 days of Christmas option, where you get 12. Again, you can choose from 10 grams or 20 grams. So if you prefer a smaller treat, then that would be the one for you. And I'll be bringing them to the show. If you would like to let me know beforehand to kind of pre-book one, then I'll make absolutely sure that there's definitely one there for you. But I'll bring some extra anyway. And the way that I package them, because everybody does their advent calendars a little bit differently, is that I pop them all in cute little burlap bags like this, and each one will have a number on it. I've just put an ordinary mini skein from the shop in because I'm not spoiling the surprise, but if this were an advent calendar it would just have a little number and the tag would be a wee bit smaller. So you can string them up using these, pop them on your Christmas tree or anywhere else. And when you open it up, I'm just going to do that now. Inside, every day you'll get a nice surprise mini skein, which over the course of the 24 days, or the 12 if you go for that, you'll get a lovely rainbow that covers all of the colours. Everything's bright, beautiful, bold and fun. And they all have little stitch markers in as well. There'll be different things on different days. Many of them will be Christmas themed, and they're not Christian themed. So if you aren't Christian, then you can still enjoy the capitalist festival. It's all good. Anyway, well, as we know, according to internet trolls, advent calendars are sacrilegious for Christians and exclusionary for non-Christians. And in response to that, I dyed one of my favourite ever yarns, which is called Sacrilegious and Exclusionary, which has got all of the colours, all in neon, all UV reactive, and lots of black. It's bright and bold, and it's kind of way of kind of sticking out my tongue and making a silly face at all the trolls that don't want us to just have a little bit of fun. I also, in previous years, I've actually done a 31 days of yarn, so you could have a month-long calendar, which was utterly secular. However, weirdly, the trolls didn't buy that. In fact, very few people did, so I've discontinued that now, but you can still get this. The other thing that I was asked, that Eva was wondering, was which of the vendors at the show did I absolutely not want to miss, apart from all of them, because they're amazing. And I suggested Lindsay Walters felt jewellery. I think it's really, really fun the way she has these, particularly the bright ones, because the bold, bright colours kind of fit in with, you know, the aesthetics that please me. And if you've seen some of the outfits that I sometimes wear, you'll understand why. They look really good, and I'm hoping maybe I'll be able to get myself a piece. That would be very nice. And I have to confess that, as you know, I like frogs. I have a pond in the garden. It really is about time I made myself one of those crochet frogs from Toft. It's just got to be done at some point. I mean, I've got an amigurumi knitted frog, but I don't have a crochet one, and that's just not right. So I'll just have to. And finally, I thought Flora Fibres, because the yarn that I dye is wool based, and she has plant-based yarn, so you can have the best of both worlds if you visit both of us. So I'm definitely going to check out many of her lovely colours, and the textures and the sheen on many of the fibres is just amazing. Should probably also tell you a little bit more about my yarn, seeing as I have you for a moment or two. I hand dye all of the yarn, and also do everything else involved in the shop. It's all wool at the moment. Some of it has some nylon if you need that, and a lot of it doesn't. And it's ethically sourced, premium quality, really special stuff, nice bright colors, because that's what I really love. I think, you know, if you're an indie dyer, you gotta dye what you love, and then people who, you know, kind of share the, you know, those feelings will gravitate towards you, and that's what I like. I like it to be bold and fun, and so I try to bring that out in my yarn. But at the same time, I take inspiration from nature, which is definitely not boring. I have all sorts of creatures that I take inspiration from. It's not just plants and trees, although they really do supply a surprising variety, excuse me, and colours and shapes and textures that you can, you know, use your imagination to work with. But I particularly love, you know, sea creatures, and, you know, some fascinating and beautiful insects like butterflies and moths, and anything, you name it. I'd be more than happy to be inspired by it. Anyway, I want to keep this to under 10 minutes. I'm really, really sorry that the original video did not work as planned. Sorry, Eva. I will make sure that doesn't happen again by finding a better location, or not doing a video during the school holidays, where apparently all of the children in the entire area must be online gaming right now, using up all of the broadband. So yeah, get your tickets for Perth if you don't already have them, because I believe they have a few left, and I would really love to see you there. It would be so great. It's always such a fun festival. Anyway, thank you for watching this and your patience. Bye!